Hello guys and welcome to Music Empire. Okay, so we have been looking at how to play worship professionally as a keyboard player. And last week, the song that we used as our reference song is Ohene Biara Enti. And I remember mentioning that this tutorial is not only for Ghanaians, though the song I used was a Ghanaian song. Everybody, so far as you are a keyboard player and you play worship songs, this lesson is for you. And we understood that professionalism is not really based on maybe the number of chords you know or how fast you can play on the keyboard or something like that. No. Professionalism has got to do with understanding the nature of the song you are playing and applying your do's and don'ts very well. So understanding the culture, knowing the kinds of chords and licks you have to use in each style of music that you are playing. Yes. And so for the Ghanaian worship song, a typical Ghanaian worship song like what we played last week, we realized that we got to know that such songs requires lots of strings, simple chords, and sometimes some little E piano to make it more beautiful. Yes. And like I said I will do a piano only version of what I played last week, so that you get to see the differences. So you choose between last week's version and then this week's version. I've left the link in the comment section below if you haven't watched last week's version of the Ohene Biara compared to this week's version. And now if you have watched both songs, then I'll be very happy if you give me your answer in the comment section below as to which one you loved. Whether the first one, which was a simple one with layers, or this one, which is made up of only piano and then, let me see, big chords or heavy chords. Which one is more pleasing to your ears? Let me know in the comment section below. But so far as professionalism goes, we don't play Ghanaian worship songs, a typical Ghana worship song, like what I just did. We don't. Though this one may contain a lot of nice chords and a lot of passing chords and all that. A whole lot of techniques and all that. We don't play a typical Ghanaian worship song like this. This is not the time for you to show the number of chords you can play or the number of chords you know in quotes. Okay. But there's a time for you to get in tune with the people and worship your God together. So now, a question I want to ask is, so what do we do if we want to apply or we want to play professionally, but then we want to make our play a little bit heavier than the one that I played in the key of D, which was then we did this, I remember. So what do we do if we want to? So what do we do if we want to go above this level? You see, and then make your play a little bit unique. Well, for this week we'll be in the key of B. You realize that I played the cover in the key of B. So the simple one was in the key of D. For this lesson, we are in the key of B. So what we will do is this. You can definitely add some one or two steps to it, but not to that level where you saw me play in the cover video. Not to that level, but you can certainly throw in some few passing chords. And always see, I like keeping this word in mind when I'm worshiping: beauty, the beauty of the song. Okay, and also I never forgo the culture of the song. So I myself will never play like how I played. I know there are certain songs that I would prefer to fill in, make sure I go all out, but definitely not a typical Ghanaian worship song. So this time we'll be in the key of B. So let's check out the scale of B first. We have the B as our 1 or Do, the C sharp as our 2 or Re, the E flat as our 3 or Mi, the E as our Fa or 4, the F sharp as our Su or 5, A flat as our La or 6, the B flat as our T or 7, and back to the 1 again. Yeah, so this time there's no sing. I'm going to play the melody and then throw in some few passing chords, which will be very beneficial for Ghanaian worship play. And this is not for only, so I'm coming to throw in a few passing chords that we can apply in worship, especially worship songs that require a lot of layers. So when I say layers, I mean the parts and the strings, you see. So with just a little EP. So let's start. So the Ohene Biara is like, let's see what we can throw in here. Very beautiful, and it doesn't destroy the beauty of the song. So let's take a look at what I played on the 2. So it's basically a 1, then on the 2 to the 5. So the passing chord that we threw in here was on the 2, right, or the re. So on my left I have the 2. On my right hand, I have the flat 5, or the Fi, the Do, or the 1, and the Mi, or the 3. Okay. So this is a very nice 2 chord that you can use as a passing chord. Anytime you want to go to the 5 or the So. Then you can throw in this basic lick. It's a very, very common lick. Without even necessarily, it's not necessary for you to play a 7, 3, 6. No, you start destroying the song. So we throw in one passing chord, which is, then you relax for a while, then. So it's just a chromatic walk down from the B flat or from the 7 to the flat 6. Okay, and this is very simple. Remember, we are making the song beautiful and at the same time simple. So then throwing out the diminished chords in Ghana worship song is very important. So on the flat 2, I'll play a diminished 7th chord over the flat 2 or the D. And I have an F sharp, A, C, E flat on my right hand. Okay. And what I like doing is to repeat the F sharp note on my other side. So converting it into an octave, right? So we have 2 diminished 7th chords. So just add the F sharp to it over the C or the flat 2 or the D. So maybe 1 to the 5. Okay, so you see, you are playing normal triads here. Then even the Enti triads there, and then from here we go to right. So from here we go to there. Let's see what some of the few stuff we can do here. Okay, so on the EPs you can quickly throw in this lick. It's on the 3, right? So it's just a solator or 5, 6, flat 7 notes. So. But watch this carefully. You can clearly see that my left hand is not playing an octave, but rather a 3 and then a 2. right hand is doing. Okay, so from here, so instead of playing, then we play now 3, 2, 3, 4. So instead of doing 2, 3, 4, we can substitute it with a 5, 1, 4 instead. So we won't do. We'll do. Now listen to the difference. So we have. This time we have. This one is definitely more beautiful, but at the same time, it's not complex, and we are even playing the melody as well. So on my right hand, no, on the 5, I have the 5 and the 4, or the su and the fa, and then on my right hand, now let's add the A flat to this chord. So it will be like this. So I have the A flat, A, C sharp, and then E. So okay, so then we drop. So from the A flat, we come and play. It's a 5-1 chord. So from the 5, we come to the 1, and on the 1, you see our 1 is the B, right? But on our right hand, we are playing an A flat major chord, which is the 1, 3, 5, 4 for the key of A flat for the 1. So technically, it should have been like an A chord over the 5 to the A flat chord over the 1. But then we added this A flat chord to it, making it a major 7th kind of. So then we play an A flat chord over the 1 to the 4. Then we play our diminished chord again, which is. Then we play the diminished chord that we played on, we used on the flat 2 over the 6 this time. So let me give you one secret about this diminished 7th chord. Now, if you want to play this diminished 7th chord in any key, all you have to do is to construct your diminished 7th chord starting on the 5th note. So in the case of B, our 5th note is what? The F sharp. So let's say I'm in the key of C sharp. I want to construct that same diminished chord. I have to locate my 5, which is construct the diminished chord over the 5. Okay? Yeah. I'm in the key of F. I want to construct that diminished chord. I have to construct this on the 5. So now we know that the 5 of F is what? C. So we just construct our diminished 7th chord on the C note. Okay? Yeah, so back to B. So we are constructing that diminished chord on the 5th note, which is the F sharp in the key of B. Now you can play this. Now this chord can be given to 3 bass notes. You can give it to the flat 2, and it works. We can give it to the 6, it works. We can also give it to the 3, and it works. So anytime you see me applying this diminished chord, you should know that you can either play it on the flat 2, or the 6, or the 3. Okay, so let's put everything that we have done together so far. This on a 3 as well, so it will be like then. So you see, this time I didn't play it on the 6, but I played it on the 3 rather. And then this time we are playing another diminished chord. So this time we are playing another diminished chord on the flat 5, which is the D diminished 7th chord. So I have the D, F, A flat, B. Okay, so basically, one interesting thing you can do is to also change the progression. So you see, at the beginning of the song, we played 1, 2, 5, back to the 1, right? Now I can make it 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. So instead of playing 1, I can substitute the 1 with 6. So let's see, to go like, you see, now this is a melody. Or some people will sing it like. So let's use this melody. Okay, so now on this melody note, so on the 3, 2, 1 melody, I can simply play now I've changed the chord, but it's still very beautiful. So let me show you what I did. It's a 736 here. Now this 736 is not as complex as those kind of complex 736. This is a very simple 736. You see, on the 7, I have an A flat sus 2 on the 7, which is what? A flat, B, and E flat on my 7 or on my T. And then on the Mi on the 3, I just have the G, B flat, C sharp. So, and then I even did the grace notes from the A flat to the B flat when I was playing the 7th chord. So, or just simply, so. Now there's more of a drop 2 chord. This is on the 1. The 1 is supposed to be here, and I brought it here. So I can also do. So let me show you this lick. Okay. So you can clearly see that my thumb on the left hand and my thumb on the right hand have formed a tritone, but the bass note is actually on the 3. So it's a very simple lick. Play the 6 or the A flat, and then come and do a chromatic work from the F. So come and do a chromatic work from the F down to the G. So, and then on your left you have the 3 and the 2. I think you have played this chord. So by playing the 3 and the 2 and then doing this lick, the tritone will be created, and then go to your 6. Last chord that we are learning that we can throw into such songs to make them very beautiful without destroying the beauty of the song is after you have done the Enti assignment, which is interesting thing I did here was this. So this is just a passing chord. After the song has ended, so see that space that will be left before the singer will start singing the Enti again. And this can be found in every worship song. There's that space where the singer ends and the singer is about to start all over again. There will surely be a space there. So in that space there, you can put this there. So I have the flat 3 or the minor third, or some people call it the more right? So on the chord of the on the minor third, we can play the B flat major chord on the minor third, which is basically the minor third itself, the flats 5 and the 7, to the 2 or to the re, and then on my right hand I have the E flat E, A flat B, into your regular 5. So just by putting in some of these few passing chords, your play will be very sweet. It won't be as basic as what we did in the previous lesson. The previous lesson, I never played this. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. So I've learned some few passing chords that we can add to it. So at the end of the day, you should be your own judge. Listen to yourself. Am I playing too much in such a beautiful, simple song? Keep it very beautiful and simple, but don't make it too basic. That's the key sentence I'm giving you here. Make your song very beautiful and unique, but not too basic. That is all. So I hope these few lessons about understanding worship has really enlightened you. This is just one aspect of worship. There's even more like how to play a Ghanaian worship song. So for the rest of the lessons, we'll be taking a look at foreign worship. There are lots that we have to do as fellow musicians on this channel. So I would encourage you to subscribe if you haven't, so that you won't miss any video that I post, because I'll always be teaching and teaching and teaching and teaching. Remember, I'm not just teaching you for fun, or I'm not just teaching you so that you can use the chords that you are learning to go and glorify the devil. Let me put it this way. We will use our talent to glorify God. So I will encourage you to subscribe and then share, so that others will also benefit from this video. A lot of videos are coming. Yes. Thank you very much, and let's meet in our next lesson.
And sit a while with